Yo, yo, yo. How we doing, chat? How are you feeling this evening? Good evening, Lim, Kyle. My eyes are a little fuzzy right now. I don't have my contacts in, so I apologize if I butcher some names. Max, Mason, Piotr, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? How'd you guys trade today? Out of curiosity. Chilling like a villain, he says. What's up, Brady? As you guys can see, I'm in a position right now already. I'm short from 23,054.75. Today I had a great day trading. When all was said and done, just had to be patient and wait for the entries. I kind of let the turbo bid off the open happen without me. And then I caught some of the ride back down, and then I caught a long off of the bounce off 920. But we're currently in a position, we're up a little over $400 on the position right now. So we'll see where this takes us. I'm targeting yesterday's POC. So yeah, we'll see how this thing plays out. We're just chilling in it right now. It's feeling like things could get heavy. Buyers weren't able to push all-time highs and hold above all-time highs today, so I'm thinking we might see a little bit downside the rest of the week. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, it was nice having Goose on last night, take a little of the workload off of me. Little different vibe. I was hoping for just an educational piece of content, more or less. So hopefully you guys learned a little something from him. He's a really good trader. A really good guy. Always enjoy hanging out with Goose. Chat's a little quiet right now. Are you guys concentrating on the charts or something? For those of you who are interested, I made a little over 5K today. So that was what I ended up walking away with. Busy wiping your forehead, yo, Jim. Oh, no. Sweating out of position. What's up, Honky Stonk? How are ya? Joel, you're getting hit with the mid-roll ads? I have no idea what's going on. YouTube's banking off us, apparently. I don't know what's going on. You can see we had a pivot there. Volume was put in there. Point of control flipped up there on the overnight. It dropped below. It tried to reclaim and it didn't, so I got short. Yeah, thanks. It was a good day for me. It was. I mean, those kind of days they come maybe twice a month. You know, those kind of days. But I did go in with a little heavier size as well today. I went in with 2 minis instead of my typical 1. Honky Tonk, I was short pretty much from where I'm at right now, 2 minis on the dump. On this move. It was kind of bouncing around here for a minute. I realized it doesn't look like that, but it was. So I was short 2 minis. I think I want to say I took profits at 23,020. This is the 1 minute chart. So it was actually over here. It wasn't the 5 minute chart. This is the 1 minute chart. So it was over here. You can see how it was kind of hesitating and then couldn't get much traction to the upside. Oh, nice. Nice, Piotr. Or Piotr. Tell me how to say that name, actually. Pronounce it out. Is it P like I or P-E? What's up, Z? How are ya? It's Peter. Okay. All right. Thank you for correcting me. Piotr. Okay, Piotr. Okay. All right. I just don't want to butcher anybody's names and them get offended. You know what I'm saying? Polish, not Polish. What's up, George? How are you? Welcome, guys. Welcome. If you're just tuning in, I am in a position right now. I'm short just below R2 pivot right now from today. This will reset, I believe, at 8 o'clock. So these lines will disappear, but yeah. What's up, Jeff? What's up, Kevin? How are you? Welcome, guys. We still got people slowly filing in. Like I said, I am in a position right now. I'm up about $400 on the position, a little less than. We're going to let it kind of chop out. It might have a little pullback up here, up to value area low. And then we might get the sell. If it doesn't, I'll probably lock in. I'll probably just pull my stop to about right here and lock in $200. Yeah, Z, anything that we're referencing is going to be futures market. So, like, the futures market is at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And so, technically, that would be 9:30. So, it still opens up at 8:30, but it's 8:30 Central Standard. So, that's 9:30 Eastern Standard. New York technically opens at 8:30 Eastern Standard. The stock market does. But because the U.S. futures market is located in Chicago, it's an hour after that. It's the same time. Yeah, I say everything in Eastern Standard because that's where I live. I live in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. So when you hear me say times, it's usually Eastern Standard. That's why I try to finish everything with Eastern Standard when I say a time, because everybody's at different time zones right now. Well, guys, tonight could be a good night. We are officially getting close to that 2K subscriber mark. What a milestone that will be, and how quickly it came. That will be, you know, like 1.4K subscribers when we hit it in 28 days. What's up, Nick? How are ya? That would be quite a milestone, so that will feel extremely good when we do hit it, if we hit it tonight. Yeah, guys, if you could hit that like button for me. Yeah, it's crazy, Joel. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not the most seasoned streamer in the world. I have no idea. I just come on here and hang with you guys and trade. Yeah, Fletch, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how it's happening. I don't know why it's happening, but I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. This is what we worked so hard for. Was this kind of growth? I just wasn't ready for the acceleration that we saw. That's for sure. And it's still happening. It's still happening. So, like I said, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are the real rock stars here. You deserve all the credit. I just show up every night and chit chat and hang out with you guys. More you guys ask for Power Hour Friday. Oh man, Fletch. Now you're trying to stretch my work week to even something longer than what it is? Wow. It's a you guys are major rock stars. It's a grind, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm exhausted. My days are 18-hour days right now. I might be getting like 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. So just bear with me. We're battling. We'll get used to it. We'll adjust, and things will get better, I promise. But man, what's up, Frank? How are you? But yeah, the grind is real. Because I still have to trade. Like we aren't making a lot of money off of YouTube at all. My income is solely coming from trading. So I still have to focus up and like actually trade well. Nahal, yeah, I made a little over 5K today. I think it was like 5.3K. So yeah, for those of you that are members in Discord, if I go quiet, I mean, I hopped in voice chat today for a few minutes just to say hello and check up on everybody. If you guys notice that I'm not posting as much in Discord, I'm just trying to focus up and make my money. That's all. To like filter out the noise. Willie, yeah, it was. It was a live account. But thank you all for tuning in once again. My trades were pretty simple. I was short from literally where I'm short right now from. I was short 2 minis. I took profits at, I want to say 23K, somewhere around there. And then I was long from just above 920, 2 minis on the retrace. What's up, Khaled? How are you? Let's see if we can get through this 20 level. We got the sell, 8 o'clock, new hour. Let's hope we don't get some nasty retrace here. Hopefully it just flows down. I am going to start watching price as the ES gets to this lower kelp band channel down here at 62.97, somewhere around there. If we do flush 23,020. If it gets really aggressive, I might even extend my target all the way down. So you guys might see a big trade tonight. Gold grinder, yeah, that comment last night threw me. It threw me. Z, I don't really trade ES. I use it more as almost like an indicator for the NQ, because they like to move similarly. Nahal. So up here was these are the pivots set from RTH still today, right? You saw this is R2 pivot, I believe. Is there another bar above? Yeah, so this is R2 pivot here at 56, and you kind of saw the move up get stalled out there, and on the DOM surface, those orders that were hanging out above kind of disappeared a little bit. All right, I need to make sure that I don't give something back here while I'm explaining all of this. And you saw a little bit of aggressive selling step in for a Globex session. And when it couldn't get back above on this move was when I got in. But I kind of need to pay attention here because we are coming into support. So if I focus up and go quiet for a minute, that is why. Yeah, cheers, Nahal. I'll do my best to pay attention to the chat and everything. If something wild starts happening, you'll probably see me bail out of this trade. I don't want to give too much of this back. In fact, I'm going to go something like this to at least lock in $200. Just so I don't see this come all the way back on me. I'll give it the retrace of this little sell-off here, but I don't want to give it much more than that. What's up? I'm with the band. How are ya? Honky stock. Hope this retraces for a nice long. You going against me? Honestly, guys, what I want to see. I'm good. I'm with the band. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Oh, after I'm out. Okay. Okay. I'm all good with a 23,030 retest, you know, even up to 23,035. Beyond that, I'm not interested in it a whole lot. I'll probably kill it. I'm hoping we at least go down and test 23K. Like I said, ES still has a little room to the lower kelp band down here at 97. We're testing that psych level 6,300 right now. If that cracks, things could get a little heavy, and you might see me extend my target to the downside. But I do expect a stall out right here. So when I'm on a different account, this is a My Funded Futures account that I'm on right now. So when I'm on different accounts, what is visible in the account info window is different with all the different accounts. So sometimes it says that, sometimes it doesn't. This one doesn't have that option. This one just has daily P&L and daily net P&L. Those are the only two criteria that it shows. So unfortunately, that's not on this account. I won't be able to show it. But bottom left-hand side, when the trade closes out, you'll see the P&L. Currently we're up $660 on the position. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys are ever interested, the P&L will always show up on my entry line. but down in the account info section down here in the bottom left, that will always show something a little bit different. All right, looks like we got 111 people in here. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Like I said, last night's stream was good. It was really slow markets, so we weren't expecting a whole lot from it, and you guys still showed up. I think we reached 200 viewers at one point in time, 1.5K views, so a little bit slower than what we're used to recently, but it was still a good stream. Good chats. Hopefully you guys learned something from Goose. He's a really good trader. Really, really good trader. He's a brother and a friend. The man sometimes doesn't have a filter, but that's okay. I'm not sure, right? We could range out tonight, but it's feeling pretty heavy right now, isn't it? It's feeling pretty heavy right now. Hey, thanks, Dope Book Futures. Appreciate you. Appreciate the kind words. No, Nahal. He lives in Kansas. Oh, Fletcher, there were a few hot topic bombs that he dropped. There were a few hot topic bombs, but the man is one of the best traders that I know. He's an entirely different kind of trader than I am, so it's good to bring that different dynamic onto the stream from time to time. I'm hoping to bring like some of the really good traders that I know on here that all have different approaches. What's up, Indian Burn? How are you? Yeah, Honky Stonk. Goose is a great guy. A great guy. He just wants to help people become profitable traders. You know? What's up, Bruce? Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a IDGAF kind of guy. Right now, currently, I'm targeting. You can see my targets at 980, 150. That is yesterday's POC. That's kind of what I'm targeting right now. If it gets a little aggressive below 23,000, I might extend it back down a little bit further. So we'll see what we can get out of this trade. We're up $700 right now. Just chilling, letting it ride. Oh, nice, Indian Burn. Yeah, guys, go give him a sub. What's the name of the channel? Yeah, you probably are getting buy signals. Like I said, I expect a little bit of a retrace here. I don't expect buyers just to give up that 23K that easily. All right, looks like we got 135 people in here now. Welcome, guys, if you're new here and tuning in for the first time. My name is Wes, full-time futures trader. 4 years running now. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you'd like to support the channel. Also, we do have a free trading Discord called Level Up. Link in the description down below the video. We aren't selling you anything. There's no charge to join. Lots of good traders in there. A little bit of trolling from time to time, but it's a safe space. What's up, His Royal Trades? How are you? I need to get a Bruce Buffer intro. Yeah, like I said, my editor Mason and I, we're doing this all from scratch. We had to learn how to edit on the fly. Hey, what's up, Danny boy? No worries. No worries. Smokey, I had a Smokey Bear day today. I definitely had one of those days where it was good. I mean, 5.3K is pretty good for me. That's a great day. Those days are rare, right? Like I said, I'm usually around the 1 to 2K mark, somewhere in there. That's about average. But yeah, 5K felt good today, especially after missing the turbo bid early off the open. I mean, guys, how many days, like in the last 2 weeks, has it just been buy the open and sit there? It feels like forever. Let's make another 5K now. I don't know if that's going to happen during Globex. I'm trying to keep it reasonable here. Almost 2K subs already? What are you talking about? You're lying. You lying to me. You lying to me, Bruce? Where are we at? Like I said, guys, during the stream, I have no idea where the sub is. Like, where our sub count stands. Yeah, Nahal, it's hard, especially when you don't get in and they just don't give you an entry. They really gave you no entry on that pump unless you were long right from the opening bell. There wasn't a good pullback. There just was nothing. Unless you blindly bought 23K psych level, there was just no entry. Nahal, no. No, right? Because right at the opening bell is when algos turn on, and there's just no predicting that. I usually sit out the first 15 to 20 minutes. Unless I'm already in a trade from pre-market, I don't execute generally off the open. Like, it has to be very, very clear what's going on in order for me to get involved. Like I said, I'm pretty risk averse. I'm fairly risk averse with my trading. I like to hold on to my money. I don't like to lose it. There's other people who sling. I'm not one of those people. But you can make really good money being a safe trader, guys. As long as your risk management is appropriate, like, you can make really good money. I mean, look at these Globex sessions. What, in 2 months I've made over 12K in slow markets? I mean, for most people, that's great income. That's great income. You know? I mean, yeah, the better money's made during RTH. There's more volatility, more volume in the market. There's the chance to make more, but there's also the chance to lose more. You guys that work full-time jobs and day jobs, you can make plenty during Globex. And that's only in a few hours during Globex. A couple hours. So it can be done. Just be patient. Wait for the market to come to you and execute. If you're right, great. The money's good. If you're wrong, as long as your risk is appropriate, it's okay too. Yeah, Honky Stocks. Well, they weren't all those trades weren't on live streams, but they were all during Globex sessions. That total that you see, and there's proof of that because of the account balance that I stick there. So it's verifiable that that's what I made in Globex session. I'm with the band. Yeah, I'm short from 23,054.75. Up here. I'm up about $700 on the position. Guys, don't copy my trades. You will get wrecked. There is a delay on the stream. We had an incident last night where I think somebody was trying to get a signal and got upset that we weren't catering to questioning. And we handled it, and that was that. But yeah, just don't copy trades. I realize it's going to happen in my streams, right? Like, people are going to get in. But right now, if people are just tuning in, I'm already up 30 plus points on my position. So it's just don't copy trades. Don't copy trades. The entry's already gone in my eyes. Just cappuccino. That's their fault. Yeah. It's true, right? I mean, it's true. Yeah, Z, there's a purposeful data doesn't travel across the internet that fast, so there's going to be an automatic delay. If we reduce that amount of lag, the stream would be extremely choppy. So we kind of have to have that kind of lag on the stream, unfortunately, in order to have good quality. I've never made a future. Honky Stonk, you've never made a futures trade? Is that real? Are you is that sarcasm or is that real? Wow, and you tune into my stream. Wow, I'm honored. And you tune into a futures trader streams? Wow, I'm honored. I'm honored. Stocks and options only. Nice. Nice. Well, I'm glad we have a variety of different kinds of traders that trade different symbols. You know, I mainly trade NQ, obviously. That's what I know the best. So that's what I trade. It's where I make all my money. Just waiting for the perfect copy trades. All right. You're very patient. Yeah. I mean, you guys provide the vibes, right? Like, I hang out with you. Stonks only go up. Yeah, Z, you know, it's in the scroll. I figured I don't have to repeat that, but maybe I do. Maybe I do. You would think it would be assumed, but I do realize that people tune in to try and catch a signal, right? I get it. Especially when they see on the thumbnail that, oh man, this guy's made some money. I get it. Common sense ain't taught. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Dilsons. I've been in a trade since, well, it wasn't too long before going live. Maybe 20 minutes before going live. But like I said, guys, my trading isn't going to be based around when I'm going live and when I'm not. I did that in the beginning when I started streaming, and it was just a bad scenario, right? I wanted to make sure that every entry, every execution was placed. Trading doesn't revolve around time, so to speak, right? Trading revolves around price and volume. So if a trade presents itself and it's a minute before I go live, I'm going to get in. You know, if it happens when I'm live, great. But I can't worry about... I can't worry about doing full executions or not on stream, if you get my drift. We're gonna go gobble that stop loss? Maybe. Later, honky stonk, if you're out of here. There's Smokey with the too easy. Man, I wish it was too easy. Oh, Robert. Okay. I gotcha. Dilsons, you see that gold line that's kind of up above my entry right there? That's the R2 pivot from today. Price was not able to get back above that area. I took a short from this same area earlier, and it sold right through. So when I saw the volume being put in at that pivot itself, and the inability for buyers to get back above that pivot, I kind of knew there was some downside in store. How much downside, I don't know. But that was the reason for my entry. I entered somewhere around in here. So the way the pivots work, Nahal, is they have a midpoint, right? Which is denoted by this gray line right here that you see down here at 892, 22,892. And then they have 3 levels above and below. Each level is considered a support or resistance level. And so the levels above, this would be R1 here at 22,976. The second line above would be resistance 2 at 23,056. And then the line all the way up here at 23,141 is resistance 3. So when I say R1, R2, R3, or S1, S2, S3, that's what it's referring to. $15K isn't too easy in a day. Smokey, I mean, look, I've only had 2 days that met that. I had one day that was 15K, my largest day ever. What's up, Mason? My largest day ever. What's up, Nathaniel? Was 18.5K. Mason, because this is a My Funded Futures account that I'm on. And for whatever reason, like the account info window displays different data with the different props and different accounts, and that's the only 2 things that it shows as far as P&L, current P&L is concerned for the day, for the session. Doug Krupp, yes, that's exactly what they are. They are floor trader pivots. Dope Book Futures. If you have a trading view chart open, like you guys can use a free trading view chart if you want to just get where the pivots are for the day. It doesn't matter about data because they stay the same for the entire session, or for the entire day. But you can go over there and load floor trader pivots on whatever symbol you want, and they'll generate it for you. Nathaniel, because my accounts are all in good standing, I pretty much have said how I generate my risk. I don't ever limit my upside potential, like how much I can make, but my downside is denoted by these boxes. They're 20 points wide, all the way up and down. My preferred ideal entries are at these boxes. Longs from the top side of the box with stop just at or below the bottom extreme. Vice versa for shorts. So short entries would be at the lower extreme with the stop just above or right at the upper extreme, right? That way I know relatively quickly whether I'm wrong or not. You could trade the same way if you wanted to, just adjust your sizing to account for that. If you're trading on a smaller account. If I was, say, doing starting a 50K eval in my beginning stages, I would probably only trade 3 micros to start until the account was, you know, at least $1,000 in that account. Then I would probably go to 5 micros or 6 micros. All right, so yeah, they give you 2K in drawdown. I think it's a what? A 1K DLL on Top Step? Something like that. You could easily do that kind of strategy on 3 micros. Yeah, cheers, Nathaniel. Nahal, I draw them on myself. I use higher time frame analysis, a top-down approach, in order to locate them. You know, where price is tested in the past a lot. Hanafi, that's only until you have a live account. So yes, but they move you live after 30 winning trading days. Once you have a live account, they can't limit your payout. That's your money at that point. Man, you guys really like gold. Yes. Yes, Hanafi. They move your money over. My recommendation, and this is just me, I would pull out as much money while you're in a sim funded account as you can and almost force them to move you to live with a small, like just enough above the buffer. So on like a 50K, 3 grand in there. That's what I would do personally. My funded futures moves you to live after 30 winning trading days. Z. The trading suite. Could I explain the box strategy? Yeah, so I call them boxes. Pretty much our whole Discord calls them boxes at this point because they just look like a box. But they're just support and resistance levels that I've drawn on my charts. Yeah, Z, real live. Real live. The live accounts, the live markets. So if you place an order on those live accounts, they'll show up on the books. But the support and resistance, like, I draw them at 20 points because that denotes my risk. Generally, like, if price is holding this box and gets back above, I'm long targeting the next level above. Ideally. Obviously, there's points of interest in between these two levels, but because there's 80 points. But if price is below, I'm short targeting the next level down. Charles, yes, I'm in a short position right now. I'm short from 23,054.75. I'm up about $800 on the position right now. Yeah, cheers the trading suite, of course. Wes, when did you pass your first ever funded account? So I passed my first ever funded account. So when I started trading, it was my first, started with Top Step. And at the time that I started, the evaluation process was much longer. It was a 3-week minimum process. So your first stage was 5 trading days minimum, hitting profit target. So the 50K was what I started on, and you had to earn $3,000 in order to pass stage 1. And then they moved you to stage 2, and it started all over again, but then they added consistency into it, and it was 10 trading days after that. So it was 3 full weeks of trading minimum in order to pass. So I took things extremely, extremely slow, and that Top Step account has lasted forever. So I think I passed it in my 2nd month. Hey, thanks for the sub, Mustafa. Appreciate you. But it forced you to go really, really, really slow in the beginning, right? Like, because you did not want to go back to step 1. They didn't let you skip any of the processes. It was a really long, grueling process. Hanafi, the reason you want to pull out as much in the sim funded as you possibly can, right? Stacks, I only trade 1 account at a time. I only trade 1 account at a time. I'm very, very risk averse with my trading. It's taken a lot of hard work, and I'm not at the point where I want to so much risk that much money on the line. I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with it, you know? Francois already won at 88 subscribers. Wait, what's going on here? Guys. Is it doing it again? Oh, viewers. Okay, I was like, wait, what's going on here? Yeah, we've been averaging about 200 in the Globex streams, which is really nice, unusual to tell you the truth. It's really nice. Is there a tool to help calculate points? I'm sure there is out there. I don't know one off the top of my head. But yeah, guys, those of you that are new here, my name is Wes. I'm a full-time futures trader. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to support the channel and hang out with a good trading community, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We aren't selling you anything. Anything that you learn here is free. Feel free to join our free trading Discord as well. It's called Level Up. Link in the description down below the video. Oh, there you go, Z. They've got you in the chat. The chat's got you covered. Kaz, Copper just blasted off. Wasn't Copper real active last night, too? I heard somebody say it in the chat last night as well. Squanto, you can see this R2 pivot hanging out up here. I had a short from today from that same area, and it kind of moved aggressively away from that earlier today, so I kind of figured something the same. There was a lot of sellers there. And the fact that the pivot was there as well kind of gave me a good gauge on whether we were going to see more upside or downside from that point. So when we couldn't get back above the R2 pivot right in here was when I entered my short. Now is kind of a deciding point on whether I'm going to drop it or not. Buyers still really aren't gaining control at all here at the support. So I'm thinking 23K at least. My target's at 981 currently. If it gets really, really heavy, I'll probably move my target down. But it being Globex, I'm not sure that I expect, you know, a 100+ point move. Yeah, Kaz, the market in general. Hey, Alex, thanks for popping in. Thanks for hitting that like. Yeah, guys, if you could, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet for the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate y'all tuning in and hanging out. This wild ride that we've been on together has been amazing. I couldn't have done it without you. None of this is possible without you. So I appreciate every single person tuning in right now. It's still mind-blowing to me. Let's make these candles a little bigger for you so you can see everything a little bit better. I'm trying to keep the whole trade in view, and there we go. That looks good. So how we trading tonight, guys? Anybody in a position right now? Hey, Style, what's up? How are you? Or Sly Lou, is that what it is? Sorry, I don't have my contacts in, so everything's a little blurry. Sly Lou, there we go. All right, Sly Lou. Angie, gold. Oh, nice, Squanto. GG's in the chat for Squanto. Caps Woodcrafts, you're short in Q. Okay. Yeah, I'm short right now as well. Hopefully we get some continuation to the downside. Brad, you're over there trading Bitcoin. Grumpy Grandpa, you caught the 23,056 as well? Nice. You're 2 points higher, or 1 point higher than me. I think there's some sort of ranking system, Mason, for that. You see the crowns that they have? It's like an add-on for the chat, for engagement, I think. Who's engaging the most? Here we go. All right, let's see this 23K flush. Let's see it. Slylu, no, I don't really dabble in stocks. The only thing for stocks that I have is my long-term portfolio. You know, I have an IRA, I have a Roth IRA. Those just kind of sit there. I'm not really. Hey, Junior, welcome. Welcome. I don't really trade options. I started out trying to trade options, and it just wasn't my thing, man. Paying attention to the Greeks, there was just too much going on. Futures is so much easier to navigate. So I just kind of stuck to it. Don't get me wrong, I wish I could trade futures, but or options real well, because there's a lot of money to be made over there, but the Greeks just confused me. I don't want to have to worry about theta and all that, you know, time decay and all that. I know a lot of people are doing the 0 DTE options these days. I haven't really looked into it at all. I'm pretty comfortable trading futures, though. I'm very comfortable on the NAS. Which seems weird because it's the most volatile. Yeah, cheers, Junior. Yeah, welcome, guys. Hopefully you guys find some value here. Hopefully you have a good time. The vibes are always high. Really, the chat's the rock stars here, like I've said before. Robert, you smell a small account. I would assume it's much the same. I mean, I'm sure you're still just trading charts. It's just the execution that I'm worried about. Yeah, Mustafa, I wouldn't hop on. I'm not going to say it's too late. I don't know how far down this is going to go. But the ideal entry is from a lot higher. Let's put it that way. We've already had a pretty big move to the downside. We're coming down on ES into that Keltner channel lower band where there usually likes to see a bounce. At least an attempt to retrace back up to the Keltner mid. That's what you see over here. This is the ES chart. This is the Keltner channel. And this blue line is the Keltner mid, which is the 200 period moving average. Amazing. Sir, what do you trade? I trade the Nasdaq. Yeah, Robert, I don't know. Like, it just confused me in the beginning. This was so much easier. You know, I'm not opposed to giving it a shot at some point. Fletcher, for some reason on this DX feed, it hasn't reset yesterday's pivots. So the pivots that you see on my screen for whatever reason are from yesterday. I'm not quite sure why. Like, central pivot is down all the way down at 22,892. But DX feed and Rhythmic, they all have different ways that they calculate their data. You know, whether it be end of day or I don't know what they're using, you know. I'm not connected like that. Let's put it that way. Yeah, relaxation. It's the 200 period moving average on the 1 minute chart. Was kind of hoping for a little more aggressive flush here down through 23K. I need to kind of be careful here. This is where it could pop back up. We're kind of starting to slow grind to the downside. I don't want to give too much of this back. In fact, let's just go ahead and pull this down. I don't want to see anything back above 20. We'll do something like this. Carl, the key is to take it slow and have good risk management. What's up, Zen Zen? How are you? The key is just to have good risk management and take things slow. Size down. That's how you'll become more consistent. That's how, while you're developing your strategy, I'm really comfortable with my strategy. I mean, you know, I've been trading this way for a long time. We're going on 3 years since I've really developed my strategy. So I'm fine with it. And my accounts are in pretty good standing. I'm good, Zen. I'm good. I've had a great day. A great day. I got nothing to complain about. All right, guys. We're approaching being up 50 points on this trade. Almost $1,000. This would be a really good day. I know I'm almost thinking about extending my target down, but I know there's going to be a pullback at some point. That's why I'm kind of watching this lower band on the Celt here on ES. If it crashes through that with some aggression, I'm not opposed to moving it down. But we come into this buy area as well on the Glizzy Clipper indicator, so I'll really have to kind of tight trail my stop at that point, unfortunately. So I'm probably going to get trailed out of this trade. Below 23K, I do expect buyers to step up and try to push it back up. Junior, what concept am I using? Simple support and resistance. Is the Keltner channel an indicator? Carl, yeah. You can. I'm sure it's available on TradingView for free. All right, guys. I mean, this thing could flush out, but I don't know that I want to even give back what I've got here. This is 14, 15 points, so that'd be $300 I'm giving back on this trade at this point. I'm going to move this down to here at this point, and if it comes back and trails me out, it trails me out. I don't want to see back above 13. The blue candle needs to go back down. I was kind of hoping for the aggressive flush through 23K there. And we might still get it. But I probably get trailed out of this. It's probably going to give one more move back up. Coming up on Central Piv right now, 23,002. Oh, it's right at 23K, Fletch. Great. Great. All right, Mason, you got me. You're gonna buy the market and it's gonna crash on you. All right. Let's see here. So I'll be giving back $100 from here. So either way, I've locked in an $800 trade at this point. That's pretty good for a Globex session. I pretty much caught the whole downside. Let's see if we can get one quick surge down below 23K. That would be amazing. I'd love to get full target here. It would be a, what would that be? A $1,500 trade plus? Yeah, Grumpy, I always have a good time hanging out with Goose. Like I said, he's a brother. He's a friend. We have each other's back no matter what. Vibes are always high. He's a real good dude. Real good dude. Wow, we got I don't even know how many people we got watching right now. My count says 212 people in here right now. Welcome, guys. If you're new here, my name is Wes. Full-time futures trader. Been doing it for 4 years. Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you'd like to support the channel. I live stream every Globex session starting at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard. Hopefully you guys tune in, hang out, enjoy the vibes with the chat. We got a good thing going here, don't we, chat? Oh yeah, Thomas, thank you, and the like button. Hey, what's up, Tossix? What's up, Tossix FX? How are you? Yeah, guys, are we gonna should we just stay on until we get that 2K subs? Like, that's the goal for the night, right? All right, I'm out of that trade. What did I make on that? $820 we locked in on the trade. So, I'm happy with that. In a Globex session? Completely happy with that. See, that's the exact reason why I wanted to trail that as well. I could kind of see that coming. Buyers were going to try to defend that 23K level. Max, you were sitting at 23K on the button? Oh no. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. That was a good trade. $800. So that puts me up with RTH and this little part of Globex session. I'm now up over 6K on the day. Oh, Caps, you're long 23,004? Okay. Yeah, just be careful. It could get heavy tonight, I think. The sellers kind of stepped up. They just really didn't get extremely aggressive. But buyers just don't seem to want to accelerate this thing through all-time highs just yet. Thanks, Dopebook Futures. I do think inevitably this is probably this POC right here from RTH yesterday here at 980-ish is probably where we're probably where we're heading. This is a possible bounce spot here at 23K, but man, I don't like executing around those psych levels, those major psych levels. If I'm trading around them, I would rather be trading into them than executing from them. Things just tend to get really choppy around those levels. So just be careful if you're starting to get into a position around here. I'm probably going to wait it out for a little bit. See what happens. We can look at gold now. Wow, gold is launching. You guys weren't lying. You weren't lying at all. Emmanuel. So, I know I've explained it a lot here. So sorry for you guys that are hearing it for the 6th time this evening. This was the R2 pivot from RTH up here at 23,056, Emmanuel. I had a short from there during RTH. I was too many short from there. The selling was really aggressive through there during RTH. So when price came back up in after the Globex open and kind of couldn't hold above it, got below and the buyers couldn't push back through, I got short. It's pretty much as simple as that. There wasn't a whole lot more to it. I did see some aggressive selling stepping in. I saw buyers disappear. So I kind of knew we were heading down. I didn't know how far down we were going to head, but I kind of knew some downside was in store. Yeah, cheers. But yeah, guys, I can never tell you. People always ask me, because a lot of times, you know, price will run to my full target, and they ask me, how did you know the market was going to go there? The fact of the matter is I didn't know the market was going to go there. The only thing I can tell you is why I got into a trade, right? And why my target is where it is. I can give you the explanation for where my target is, but I don't know that the market's always going to go to my targets, right? A lot can happen in the time that it takes the NQ to move 100 points. So those types of questions I'm never going to be able to answer, unfortunately. The market just is irrational sometimes. Sometimes it's rational, sometimes it's not. But I can't explain why the market moves the way it does. I just know that it likes to move from level to level, and if you can determine where those levels are, your risk is minimized on your trade because you know when your trade's invalidated, and you maximize your reward. So as long as you're patient and you can wait for price to go to those levels, is that the camera? No, it's not the Camarilla pivots. What I have on my screen are the floor trader pivots. Let's see if... Yeah, so here. These are the actual pivots here. I'm not sure why the My Fun and Futures account hasn't updated its data. But these are the actual pivots here. Just so you guys can see. That level did happen to be the 15-minute opening range from RTH as well. So, yeah, it was the 15-minute RTH high, it looks like. Yeah, it was the 15-minute open RTH high and a pivot sitting there from yesterday. So that's a pretty good indication that we're going to see some downside. See what happens. All right, we got 30-minute opening range Asia sessions set here. Oh, yes, sir. Just look at floor trader pivots. Is what you want to find on TradingView. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, cheers, yes, sir. Well, guys, do I even need to take another trade tonight? I mean, $820 during Globex is pretty good. Pretty good. What does that put us over on totals? Is that over 13K now? Yeah, that's over 13K in Globex sessions in 2 months. And for never usually trading Globex, I'm happy with that. That's really good. Wow, we still got 200 people in here. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Like I said, I can't say thank you enough. I can't believe there's 200 people out there in the world that want to watch me trade for a couple hours or hang out with me for a couple hours. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like I said, my target was down there at 81. Yesterday's point of control. I'm not sure, relaxation, because I just used Goose's default settings for that Keltner channel. I'm not sure what the settings are. Let me see if I can find it for you. Okay, so 9.5 is what it is. Relaxation. $9.5. Amon, you use Camarillo, and that's what you see? Yeah, like yesterday's POC is sitting at right here. There's also a pivot sitting at 76 from yesterday. So you got a lot of stuff going on here. There's a high volume area. So I could see that for sure. Double Fisher, you made a deal with your wife. You get to watch this, and she watches Love Island. Oh no. Yeah. Indian Burn, I don't know. I have this sneaky feeling, right? Like the last few times we've traded all-time highs, it's just kind of kept going higher and higher and higher. And today it did something a little bit different, right? It got to all-time highs, ran by it by like 5 or 6 points, and then they pulled the rug, which is kind of what you psychologically expect to happen at all-time highs, a lot of profit taking. But prior to that happening today, it didn't happen. It just kept going higher. Hey, thanks for the sub, Austin. Appreciate you. Guys, I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to go for the 2K subs tonight. So tonight could be a late stream. Hopefully we get enough people in here to get us there. Wow, what a feeling that will be. What a feeling that will be. I can't thank you all enough for the support. I know I say it a million times every stream, but I mean it. Hey, Pine Tree. Enjoy your bike ride, brother. I hope you traded well today. Someone, you're gonna unsubscribe from both accounts so it can last longer. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Guys, I'm already grinding hard. I'm getting like 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. Oh no, ERF, you were in a short a bit above the previous day close and got stopped at break even. Austin, yeah, I stream every night, Sunday through Thursday, starting at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard. Feel free to come hang out. For those of you that are new here, my name is Wes, full-time futures trader. We're not selling you a course. I'm not selling you a mentorship. It's not a signal service. We do have a free trading Discord, a good community of traders, really good traders actually. If you're interested in hanging out in a place like that, link in the description down below the video. It's called Level Up. But welcome. I hope you find value here. I hope you have a good time. Feel free to troll me if you want to troll me. Mustafa 2K today? Nice. GG's. That's a great day. On ES, today's VWAP is right at the pivot. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, Indian Burn, I never found much value in VWAP, right? I just never found the value in it. Or maybe it's just because I never learned how to accurately trade it. Oh, Mustafa, you're saying my subs will be 2K today. I mean, fingers crossed. That'd be great. Vivek, yes, I do post my trading plan for New York session. It is for YouTube channel members only, though. That's the perk of people purchasing the YouTube channel membership. It's $5 a month, but that will give you access to my pre-market trading plans. It was the only thing I could think of to incentivize channel membership purchases. So we kept it extremely cheap, and it was one of those things where, hey, a trade from this trading plan will pay it back, you know. Hey, thanks for the membership purchase, Max. Appreciate you. No, Max has been around for a while. He knows the value that's there. I'm not going to tell people that they have to purchase it, you know, like, it is what it is. But that was the one thing that I could offer that would definitely be worth the $5 a month. But YouTube really likes those membership purchases for some reason. And I couldn't think of anything to incentivize those without, like, feeling like I was stealing from people. So that's kind of what I reserved the pre-market trading plans for. I usually post them an hour to a half hour before market open so that you have enough time to mark the levels, see what I'm seeing, and I'll draw out a trade idea with a key level in mind and an area to execute, and then I'll have targets on either side for how I want to build the trade. Phil, no, I don't live stream during RTH at all, regular trading hours. I just live stream during Globex. Yeah, I mean, there is that. I mean, I can't control if people take screenshots and post it everywhere, right? Like, I would hope they don't. You know, I would hope they respect me enough to not do that, but I realize that that is an option. We're not going to go through WAP or anything like that. You know, if you guys, if those people that do purchase the membership and have access to the trading plans posted in other places, there's not much I can do. But I would hope they would say, hey, I spent $5 for this. I'm not sharing it. You know? Yeah, Phil. I mean, today the targets were long from 920. All three targets got hit. All three targets got hit. So here's what the trading plan looks like. I'll show you guys today's. Price never kind of got to my key level. It opened up a little bit above it. Let's see here. All right. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So this is kind of what they look like. Right? Key level was 22,900. As long as price was continuing to hold above the level, I'll be looking for a long entry. Initial target 975. Extended targets at 23,020 and 23,100. So all three of those got hit after the open today. I think it opened up around 22,950-ish though, I want to say, is where RTH open was. So it never got down there before the turbo bid this morning. But either way, all three of those targets got hit. But that's kind of what they look like. And then I'll post my chart with the levels and everything that's going on. Most people know kind of what trade I'm in based upon that. Phil, actually, I didn't catch that long today. I missed the turbo bid because I wanted price to come back into that key level first. Like I said, I'm extremely patient. Hey, Francois, thanks for the membership purchase. Those of you that do purchase those channel memberships, make sure you link your YouTube accounts to your Discord profiles and make sure you're members of the Level Up Discord, and you'll have access to all those trading plans, past and present. But Phil, I caught a 2-mini short from that's pretty much the same trade that I just took during RTH. And then I caught the long from 920, like 920-ish here. 2 minis long and rode it up to 975. And I made a little over 5K. 5.3 during RTH. Yeah, Zen. So that news feed is tied to Financial Juice. So anytime there's a headline that comes out, it'll print in there if you want the notifications from that. Albu's done a really good job with the Discord. Like, it's pretty clean. There's a lot of good information there. Every morning he's got order flow lab stats hooked up so you can see the harmonic waves. Hey, thanks for the sub, Muso for hire. I appreciate you. So there's a lot of good information there. He's done a real good job with the Discord. Man, Discord has a problem with bots though. But yeah, you'll have access to order flow lab stats, you know, harmonic wave patterns, those kind of things every morning. So the Discord's really nice. It's really clean. Lots of traders hang out in the voice chat all day, talking trades, trade ideas. A lot of people screenshot their trades and post them in the main chat, the trading chat. It's a good learning tool. Amon, you're long from 23,007. I don't hate it, right? I can see the ES bouncing back up to 6302, 6303, somewhere around there. I don't know how high it goes. I could even see it if it gets above that area, going all the way back up to, what is this? 6306, 6307, somewhere around there. Sid, it says you cannot get in. You cannot get into Discord. It says you do not have permission. I don't know. It's a free. Sid, DM me if you could. You have a Discord account? I go by the WesleyEmeraldGate. Just send me a DM and I'll send you a personal invite, and that should fix that. No, Phil. All different kinds of traders in that Discord. All different kinds of traders. People that are trading different symbols. People that... We have ICT traders in there. We have fib traders in there. Junior, I don't trade gold. We just started... Like, on this Globex live stream, a lot of people have been requesting gold, but I have not traded it. Personally, it's highly levered. Like, I would almost have to go down to micros to feel comfortable in the learning phase. I've placed a couple trades on here, but man, it moves quick. Hey, nice, Brady. GG's. GG's in the chat for Brady before he heads out. All right, we got... How many people we got in here? We got 210 people in here. Welcome, guys, if you're new here. Hey, what's up, Sean? So tell me, chat. I know a lot of you have already answered, but how did you guys trade today? Today was a little aggressive. What's up, Sovereignty? How are you? Today was aggressive to the top side early, and then it was aggressive to the downside once we hit all-time highs. All right, guys, I've decided we're going to do it. I traded that this channel will reach 1,000 spectators. Brainwash. I don't know what's happening on the channel. My expectations are not. I didn't even expect what we have right now. You know, 1,000 viewers during a Globex session would be unheard of. That would be absolutely unheard of in the futures trading realm, or in the trading space, period. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how this thing works. It's WesleyEmeraldGate, Sid. Yeah, just shoot me a DM. Or send me a friend request. Either or will work. Oh, Sovereignty. Actually, that's very smart. After a big loss like that, if you're still emotional about it, take the day off. Yeah, Zen, like I said, I'm just along for the ride. You guys, I'm just gonna ride this wave with you guys. I'm gonna ride it as far as it'll take me, I guess. I don't know what else to do at this point. Have no idea what else to do. I never anticipated the channel getting to where it is right now, even. Like I said, we've been doing it a year, you know, with 15 to 20 people watching. And then all of a sudden, I moved to Globex live streams, and a bunch of new people started finding me. You guys started hanging out all night, every night. keeping me entertained, keeping the vibes high. You know, it's just, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable what's happening. I can't thank you all enough. Max, you spent most of your day making up for your bad trades first in the morning. Yeah. Indian Bernie clicked too many buttons. Oh, no. Yeah. I can't stress the importance of just being patient. You know, I realize that when you guys see the volatility flying around and, you know, you're counting up the dollars in your head about how much you've missed out on and how it looks like, you know, it's just going to continue. When you feel that FOMO, just don't click the buttons. Like, just walk away. You know, pick a level and wait for the market to come to you and see how it reacts around that level. Like, even if you aren't really great at finding those major support and resistance areas just yet, pick a point, you know, pick a psych level, pick a fib, pick a pivot, you know, just choose a level that other traders are looking at and kind of execute at those areas. You know, at least then your risk is defined. You know, you know when you're wrong and you know when you're right. You know, whatever indicator, if you're using moving averages, pick a major moving average, you know. Simplify your trading instead of trading in a panic. Big bull flag. Let's see here. This is a 15-minute chart. Generally, when you see these straight moves through areas, it likes to retrace that. But we're coming up to that top of the sell-off. So this is kind of on gold where you got to start paying attention if you're in that long. Where we could start to see sellers try to defend. You know, there's actually a few levels here. So 33, 33, 33, 30, 33, 37. So we're coming into some resistance here. Well, let's see what the NQ is doing. Posted the reset on ES 4-1 trade. Oh, nice, Indian Burn. You guys will have to let me know if we're getting close to that 2K sub mark. By the way, I haven't really been keeping up on it. I would literally have to rifle through tabs in order to find it. All right, 23K psych level, 62.95, 1.97 relaxation. Holy cow. Guys, I mean, we're not far. We are not far. Angie 1.94. Okay, so I got three different figures there. 1.96, 1.97, and 1.94. Which is it? The felon friendly used Gex levels. Strong to the downside right now for C. Yeah, I mean, it's 1.97K. Okay. 1.97K is what we're at. All right, let's go for that 2K tonight. I mean, I'm exhausted. I'm tired, but I'm going to battle. I'm going to battle. Yeah, I'm on. Like I said, I think that 20. I think this area down here is where inevitably it's going to go. You know, it likes to go to those prior days POCs and then kind of decide during Globex. So just, can we get a moving average on the sub count, Brad? Someone told me I should add a widget. WE2K25 will talk. You guys are crazy. I'm not narcissistic enough to do that. I'm just not. Grumpy, could you do it without level 2? Yes. Do I recommend level 2? I think you should. There's so much of the story that's untold if you don't have level 2 in the orders on the books. I think it's the best tool if you're going to purchase anything in your trading, right? Especially if you're at the prop firm stage. Level 2 is the most valuable thing you can purchase. You can purchase it from the CME for relatively cheap every month, directly. It's not that much money, but it's well worth the, what is it from the CME, guys? What, $12, something like that? $11? I don't even know. But it's relatively cheap. Yeah, I expect 23K to flush at some point. I don't expect it just to bounce like that perfectly. That's kind of ridiculous. Top Step offers it. Yeah, Top Step's really expensive from what I remember with their level 2 purchases, though. I think somebody said they're $39 or $40 for level 2. You can get it for a quarter of that price. I think you can even purchase it from TradingView for cheaper than that. I want to say on TradingView, I want to say it's like 14 or 15 bucks for level 2. Yeah, I wouldn't pay for level 2 through Top Step. Are you going to be able to have it on your Top Step charts? No, probably not, because they went strictly to Top Step X, right? But you can definitely have your TradingView charts open at the same time. And have live data and all that going on with level 2. Yeah, there you go. Pieter's got paying $7 on TradingView for level 2. $7. Oh, Rudkit, you think it's for all the exchanges? It could be. It could be. But if you're only trading in like index futures, if you're not a YM trader, you could just purchase the license for the CBOT and CME and you'd be fine. If you want commodities and all that stuff, obviously you'll have to purchase the full license, and I'm not sure what the cost of that is. I get level 2 through my broker with EdgeClear, so I don't have to worry about paying a prop or anybody else for it. Pieter, I'm not longing this. I'm not executing anywhere remotely close to 23K. You guys do what you do. You do what you do. But oftentimes these major psychological levels chop a lot. We still have yesterday's POC sitting down here. There's a lot of stuff down here that I think price wants to visit. So probably below 980 somewhere would be the first spot that I would be looking to see if we see some buyers step in. You know, Goose's expected range over here on the ES is still a little bit lower, another 4 or 5 points lower. Let's see where the interest on the DOM is. Yeah, there's still a lot of volume down below current price. I don't know. That's up to you. I'm not interested in a long here, though. Especially not that I'm up, now that I'm up $820 or $813 on this session, whatever that says. $815 after commissions. Not for something like this. If you get back above 23,020 and are holding about 23,020 and are holding above 23,020, I would get interested in the long, but I would need to see, you know, aggressive sellers getting absorbed by the passive buyers at that point in time. And it would kind of be one of those things where it would need to reclaim, retest, and hold above. So, Sean, on... hold on, there was a question prior that I can answer. Mentioned R2 pivot. What is R2? So, Old Tuck, the pivot has 3 different levels. I explained this earlier, too. Actually, let me do this from the top step chart. The prints are a little bit better. So right now we're right at central pivot. And if you see the 3 gold lines above and below that, this is S1, the first line below central pivot, S2, S3. And what the S and R's stand for are support and resistance. That, in theory, that's what they... So this is support 1, this is support 2, this is support 3. And then the lines above are R1, R2, and R3 is all the way up here at 23,430. And they widen based on prior day's price action, so how volatile it was. And then there's a calculation for where these are plotted. I'm not sure what that calculation is. I just use the indicator. Oh, impulse waiver. Yeah, you'll see a lot of repeat questions as people file in. Welcome, by the way. That's the first time I've seen your name in the chat. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate you subscribing and tuning in. Dilson, so it's going to be called floor trader pivots on TradingView. So if you have a TradingView chart and like you don't have, you know, a license to use indicators on whatever trading platform you're on, or you can't find it on your trading platform, on TradingView, it'll be delayed data, but the levels won't be any different. It's floor trader pivots. I think it's floor trader pivots 2 is the specific one that I put on TradingView when I was using it. Anybody lurking in the background that's new here and wants to say hello, feel free to chime in at any point in the chat. Also, guys, if you could, smash that thumbs up button for me. Let's get that YouTube algo. You guys have been doing an amazing job with that. I think we've been close to 200 thumbs up every live stream. What we got? We got 185 people in here right now. What's up, Porch? How are you? Oh, GP, yeah. Cheers, brother. I appreciate you tuning in. I've seen you post in the chat a few times. It's okay to be quiet too. Paul, no, I just think we're starting to see some buyers exhaustion. The market's really overextended still, guys, right? We attempted to trade all-time highs today, peaked above. Generally, you'd like to see price back down towards these daily 20, like the daily 20 SMA, the daily 50 SMA. These major moving averages, you don't like to see big gaps in between them. It just means price is overextended and we're due for a pullback, right? It doesn't mean that like buyers aren't still interested in pushing new highs. It just means that they're going to take a breath for a minute to bring price back to where a reasonable buying area. Let's see here. Oh yeah, someone asked about absorption over here. Okay, I think it was Sean maybe. Sean, did you say something about absorption? And what I'm looking for? So what I'm looking for on the DOM surface over here, or bookmap, or whatever you guys want to call it. All right, Sean. What I'm looking for as price comes into my levels is a lot of either big green or big red bubbles popping up, a lot of large orders, and without a lot of the opposite color big bubbles popping up, and for price, like if it's a lot of red bubbles, price not really able to make much traction to the downside. And then what I'm looking for over on the charts is kind of like a wick and reclaim of the level. So something like, you know, something like you see here. So if there was a lot of red bubbles here, this is why I'm thinking we'd probably see more continued downside here. You're seeing more green than you're seeing red, but price is not really making a move back up. But if it was a wick and reclaim with a lot of red bubbles and not a lot of green bubbles, that would indicate absorption to me. Meaning the aggressive sellers are getting absorbed by the passive buyers. Does that make sense? So sellers are trying like hell to get that price to go down, but the buyers are stepping in passively and absorbing all that heavy selling. Hey, thanks for the subs, guys. I appreciate you. Like Sean, I think people overthink this a lot more because it looks extremely complex, right? Try to simplify it in your head as much as possible. Alex could also create a cluster, then you will see big negative delta. Yeah, I have it. It's here. It's just hiding in the background. Just so you know, it's there. It's there. You got volume on the left-hand side of the candles, delta on the right. But yes, similar thing. Just this is more visual. I think it's a little bit easier to understand. You know, there's not a bunch of numbers. Okay, so these over here, the right column is the imbalance, meaning like the difference between buyers and sellers, like how much interest there is at certain price between the buyers and the sellers. And what you see here is the orders on the DOM. So this is how many orders are at each of these prices. Alex, you need the numbers? Yeah. Sometimes the numbers get confusing. Some people are really good at processing that kind of information really quickly. I'm not. I'm a dummy. So I needed to find a strategy. If I was going to succeed in this thing, I needed to dumb everything down and simplify it and not have as much noise going on in my head. But some people are numbers driven, right? Like some people are numbers driven. I'm not one of those people that can process that information that quickly in my head. All right, looks like we got about 166 people in here now. Grumpy. So the bubbles is what you're not seeing on the DOM. Okay, so the bubbles are people hitting the market button, the bid, the ask. They're hitting the market in button. What you would consider aggressive buyers and sellers. So on your typical DOM, these bubbles are the thing that you don't see. You can see it in time and sales, right? Like you can see what's going on here in time and sales, but just having your standard DOM up is not going to be, you're not going to be able to see that. Yes, Sean, exactly. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm just seeing your comment there. Yes, exactly. So you're wanting to see a lot of orders come in on the sell side and price not to make any aggressive move down with it. Vice versa to the top side. Yeah, grumpy. It takes some time, right? Like it takes some time to get used to this, right? This is a lot going on. I understand that. When you actually learn about this, you'll kind of be like, how did this not make sense before? But not everybody uses Bookmap, right? Like a lot of people don't find value in it. I do. This is Quantower's version of Bookmap, so it's called the DOM Surface, but it's the same thing. All right, guys, we have 25 subs to go. It is 9:30 Eastern Standard. Let's I can't believe we might hit 2K tonight. This is unbelievable. Is that Paulie at 23,025? Probably not. Let's see how big this order is. It's only 35. Let me zoom out. Generally, you'll know. Okay, so you'll know if Paul's around if this chart all of a sudden goes black, right? That'll be the telltale sign that there's a large order that popped up somewhere and it's making everything else look tiny. So if the background on this DOM surface goes black, you'll kind of know Paul's around. Who's Paul? Is he real? Honky Stock. So it's what we have given the name for the large order spoofers that show up from time to time in the market. You know, people that throw a lot of huge size on in order to try and like magnetize price to where they want it to go. So we named him Paul. Paul, Paulette, Paulina. Paul Revere. Paul and fam. Polly, he's kind of a legend around there. Yeah. Yep. It's about right. Yeah, it's quite annoying when he's around. Romeo, the DOM isn't Sim. The DOM is the actual books. The DOM is the actual books. No matter if you're on a prop or not. If you're paying for level 2 data, the DOM is the DOM. It's the real live books. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a prop or not. If you're paying for level 2 data, that's your live data. That's the DOM. It's what exists in the market. Light low, not yet. Not for me. It would have to get back in above 23,010, right? Those two blue lines that you see there are the 30-minute Asia opening range. So it kind of still needs to get back above. Did ES ever go down there and hit the lower kelp? No, it didn't. Could we see a little bit of upside? Sure. I mean, this is a lot of downside during a Globex session. I would expect, you know, price to retrace somewhat. But like I said, I wouldn't want to be long until we saw buyers holding above 23,020 at this point. You know, get back above this and hold. That would be my confirmation to get into a long. We just went over 1K views on the evening. Thank you all for tuning in. My name is Wes, if you're new here. Full-time futures trader. Been doing it for 4 years. I'm not the best trader in the world. I'm a very average, profitable trader in my eyes. But I can't thank you enough for all tuning in and all the love and support. This ride that we've been on the last few weeks has been amazing. But Lilo, GG's if you're long from 23K. Or if you're long ES right now even. Hey, Larry, yeah. Yeah, how are you guys trading tonight? Let me know in the chat, actually. How are you guys getting along? I know a lot of people are trading gold. Gold's just kind of moving on up. It's coming into those levels where we might start seeing a little bit of downside, but 23,027 is the TP. I don't hate it. Okay, up $100, long from 02, looking for 27. Wow. What do you guys have sitting at 27? Hey, Flex. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate you. Short ES from 6308. I'm not that actually Dope Book Futures, that's a good entry. At 6310 area was pretty, like the top sides of these, that was pretty telling on ES. So nice entry. Flex, you're trading gold tonight? Yeah, we got a lot of gold traders in the chat. Everybody always tells me to go look at it. I never trade gold. Five micros, yeah. So Flex, if I was to trade gold, it would be micros. I have learned that lesson. I've placed a couple dummy trades over there on minis, and man, you can lose a lot of money really fast on gold. I still can't believe NQ did not. Yes, sir. Very volatile. I still can't believe NQ did not go. It might. That 80 area, 70 to 80. I feel like that needs to get visited. That's why I'm not even considering a long yet. You know, this area right here. I don't know why these tags haven't reset. This is definitely not yesterday's high or any of that. I'm gonna have to check with the that indicator, that custom indicator. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. All right, now price is just chopping around 23K. So I don't know. Let's take a look at gold. Still kind of just moving its way on up. So tell me, those of you that are new here, what's up? What's up, Khaled? Yeah, this trade was on the live stream if you want to see it. Well, part of it was. I think I was like, I don't know, $300 up on the position when I went live. But it's there. It's documented. You're popping in and out? All right, Khaled. Cheers, brother. Enjoy your evening. Chat, let me know what the sub count is. If we start approaching that 2K, let me know. I don't know what we're at. Oh, you saw the trade earlier, Khaled? Okay. 1.97, Fletch? Okay. Fletch, I know you got your eye on it. I didn't even know if you were still hanging around. I hadn't seen a mod chat in a little bit. All right. Looks like we got 168 people in here. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I realized the market's just kind of died here around the psych level 23K. Khaled, everyone not subscribed, please do that. Call your grandma to subscribe. I mean, we're probably going to get there. We're probably going to get there tonight. I mean, it's only 9:45, so we still have another 1.98 now. Wow. We're 20 away from 2K. I mean, Fletch, three weeks, a little over 3 weeks ago, we were at 600 subs. I don't know what's going on. No idea. Remember your cousins now. Fletcher, that last counter that we pulled over for 1K, like literally a week ago, was pretty trash. It wasn't a good counter. I don't know what happened. But it was like going up and down 20 subs. Let me see if I can find one. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. I'm trying to find like a sub counter. There's not really a good one live. Social Blade? Does Social Blade update live though? YouTube Studio live one? What, do I just have to keep refreshing? Oh, Ryan, you feel terrible. Was 232 away from the buffer on your MyFunded TPT and blew it? Oh, no, Ryan. Ryan, a lot of us have been there. That last little bit on every single account is so hard. It's so hard to, like, especially when you leave that little room to go grab the end of that account. I don't know why it is that way. There's something psychologically that just that makes that last $200 so difficult. That's why when I'm in a trade, I usually will just extend my target out, especially on NQ, to account for that and just go for the pass. And then if it pulls back on me, you know, and I have $600 left to go, that seems to be a lot easier to get than the $200. I don't know why. You know, you would think getting 10 points is easier than getting 30, but I'll usually just move my stop to what I can handle on that last trade going into it and target the full account pass or the full buffer level. But yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry, Ryan. We've all been there. You're not alone. You're not alone. I know it sucks going back through those evals too. Like that's draining. But everybody in the chat, I'm sure that trades with props can vouch that we've all had that happen. So Fletcher, you're saying go to the YouTube studio? All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, there it is. Does that update up to the minute? I mean, it says we're at... Oh no, I can't drag it over. Oh, there we go. I mean, it says we're at 1,984. So we've got 16 subs to go, guys. 16 to go. Let's get to 2K. Those of you that are lurking and watching the channel now or tuning in for the first time, my name is Wes, full-time futures trader. I have no idea what I'm doing streaming, but for some reason, my channel is really taken off the last 3 weeks. Let's see here. Let me go back to the chat here. I'll keep that over on another monitor, and as we get close, I'll bring it back over so you guys can celebrate with me, because the thing's just counting up. We're at 1,986 now, but I do want to answer questions, whatever's in the chat here. Tux man, nice chat. Like, subscribe. Are those Keltner? So Tux, yes, these are Keltner channels over here. This is the ES Keltner channels. I also have them on NQ, the YM, and RTY. So I've got YM and RTY kind of hiding down here in the bind. Hey, Dope Book Futures. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Teddy, if I reach 2K, I stop streaming. Are you going to try to keep me from 2K? You guys are going to try to keep me up all night? No, I'll hang out for a while. I'll take a minute to, like, kind of mentally evaluate what's going on. But no, we'll hang out. I'll probably hang out for another hour or so, regardless of what happens. Let's do London. I don't know about that, right? I don't know about that. I think one of these days I do need to just not do Globex and sleep for the first portion of the night and do a London Open. You know, I think the trading would be a little bit more active. Tonight was a little... Do I do a thing with the midline on the channels, Tux? So that channel is a part of an indicator, you know, the red and green lines that you see there. And this oscillator that you see at the bottom of the charts. That's all part of the Glizzy Clipper indicator designed by my friend Banana Bread Trades. I'm not sure what the settings are. I can pull up what he's got for the settings on this thing so that you can see them. Moving average line. Oh, I guess you can't see the settings. I guess he's got them hidden here. But it doesn't look like he's got any special settings on it. It just looks like the 200 period moving average, and then I want to say it's probably what? The channel's width is set at 9.5, it looks like. Hey, the final countdown. Appreciate you. But the channel's width coefficient is 9.5, if that helps. Does that help, Tux? Hey, Teddy, thanks. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you. When I traded, am I looking at bounces off the lows and highs? Mason, you're making 15 alts and subbing. How do you trade it? Okay, so basically, I'm not a Keltner channel trader. So what the indicator's telling here, let me find a print for you so that it makes more sense here. So this indicator, he's got his buy area and his sell area. This is his expected range for each trading session. And then the oscillator down here is kind of like an RSI or a MACD, but it's based on harmonic wave patterns. So what you need in order to get a print on the indicator itself is price neither needs to be touching or below the outer bands of the Keltner channel. Price needs to either be overbought or oversold on the oscillator down here, and price needs to be either within these two green lines that you see on the chart for a buy signal, or between the two reds for a sell signal. You need all three of those things to line up in order to get a print like you see here. And then his ideal trade is just the long entry here, target at the Keltner mid. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, that's kind of the dummy version of the way to explain it. He's got a video that goes into great detail about everything that goes into the Glizzy Clipper indicator and how to use it on his channel. It's Banana Bread Trades. Feel free to check out his channel and check out that video if you want to learn more. What's up, W Flipped Around? How are ya? W Flipped Around. Mason, is that an alt account? Did you alt account, or is that somebody different? Is that somebody new? All right, we are 12 subs away from 2K, guys. 12 subscribers away. Unbelievable. We're actually going to do it. Actually going to do it. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Teddy. Appreciate you. Look at Teddy going. Yeah, this is crazy. What's up, Jose? How are ya? Welcome, brother. Jose, how you been trading lately, my guy? We haven't chatted in a little bit. I know I'm not in good gains or anything anymore, or really posting in Discord a whole lot, but oh, Tux, cheers. Yeah, it's just it's a mean reversion indicator is what it is. Right? It's not just a C arrow. Brandon, yes. So you have Australia and Asian markets open currently. It's not a C arrow hit button kind of deal. You kind of want other things to line up when it does give you the print, but it's kind of giving you the, hey, the conditions are ideal for a reversion to the mean. So start looking for other signals that you would normally look for. Oh, sorry, old Tuck. I mean, we got a Tuxman, and we got old Tuck. We got a few Brads. We got a few Kevins. All right, looks like the NQ's finally making that move like I was anticipating. Let's see if it wants to make the move down into the 80s, low 70s. And that at that point, I would be interested in the long. You know, this area down here. And you got one WFA. Brandon, the volume is, I mean, it's a normal Globex session. There's not any huge orders on the books. But price is moving relatively trendy. I mean, it's been pretty much straight down on NQ. Gold has been pretty much straight up. So, I mean, things are... ES has been pretty much straight down. Things are moving. Kind of wishing I would have held on to my short position at this point, but that's neither here nor there. Oh yeah, what's our sub count out now? We are at 1,990 subscribers. We are 10 subs away from 2K. Unbelievable. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and all your love and support. This is unreal. Unreal. Oh, we just lost a sub. We just lost a subscriber. What's up, Sin? How are you? Jose, you was going to say you've been quiet, but you're here. You watch every night. You're doing okay. Oh, nice, Jose. Yeah, you'll like Take Profit Trader, right? You'll like the daily payouts. Once you get past that buffer, right? You have that intraday. That's kind of like Apex a little bit. But once you get past that, Take Profit is nice with the daily payouts. Someone wants to keep me here all night. What's up, True Aid? How are you? Yeah, Tux, it's okay. People can tune in and tune out whenever they choose. I never expected to have the audience that we do. I'll be 100% honest with you. Like, I'm just an average guy. I'm one of you guys, you know? I'm an average guy. I never expected people, A, to accept and appreciate what I do. True 8, I'm looking kind of for below, somewhere in the 70s. That's 79, 75 area on NQ. It would be my next area of interest. Prior days POC is down there around 980, just below it. That's kind of where I'm looking, right around in here. Man, I wish I would have held my short. What would that be? 80 points on the short that I had. Man, we are 6 away, guys. 6 away from 2K subs. I can't believe this. I cannot thank you all enough for all the love and support, man. It's just unbelievable. Each night you guys show up. The vibes are high. I enjoy myself. I never anticipated this many people tuning in each and every night. We consistently have 200 people showing up in these live streams. Currently, we aren't at 200. We've got 178 in here right now. But welcome if you're tuning in for the first time. I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for hitting that thumbs up button. And I thank you for hitting that subscribe button. None of this is possible without you. You guys deserve all the credit. You're the rock stars. I'm just blown away. Completely overwhelmed. Indian Bird, no, it doesn't show ATR. I'm not sure if ATR is factored in. I would go watch his video, actually, in detail about everything that's gone into the Glizzy Clipper on his channel. Or on Goose's channel, Banana Bread Trades. he goes over in great detail everything that's gone into it. Candlestick Cricket, what's the reason for the drop in NQ? I just think it's buyers exhaustion, right? We hit all-time highs. There was probably some profit taking at all-time highs, so you're probably going to see some downside and probably some continued downside. We're kind of still pretty far extended away from all the major moving averages. So you expect a little bit of a pullback before we really make the push through. I'd kind of like to see the 50 and the 20 kind of merge together. Have the 20 roll over a little bit. Have this start flattening out and these start kind of catching up to the other two. Hey, thanks for the sub, St. Isidore Trading. Appreciate you. Yeah, Ronald, like I just wasn't willing to sit through the 23K chop, right? Or have it bounce 30 points back up against me at that point. So I was comfortable with what I had. Yeah, Candlestick. Cheers. Yeah, I don't think it's any news headline or anything like that, right? I just think it's buyer's exhaustion. I think you had profit takers up there at all-time highs today. And you probably have the Asian markets and Australian markets probably doing much the same. I'm using Quant Tower trading platform, St. Isidore. Guys, we're 4 subs away from 2K. 4 subs away from 2,000 subscribers. I know it seems so small, and it probably seems so ridiculous to some of you, but... oh, man. Like, I can't tell you what it means to me. There's been so much hard work that's gone into this channel. And it's all because of you guys. Like, it's unbelievable what's going on here. I trade time-based charts, Candlestick Cricket. Yeah, Rice. I mean, can you believe this, man? You're a day oneer. I cannot believe what is happening on this channel. Thank you all so much. Like, for real. There's no words for it, you know? You guys are the rock stars here. This is because of you. This is because of you. I can't thank you all enough. You guys have been along for this ride with me for a long time. It's been a grind. This has been a year in the making, and to finally see all that hard work starting to pay off, it's just unbelievable. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you went in unsubbed right now to bring that back down below 2K after I had a little moment there. Unbelievable. Wow. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, let me get back to the chat and being a little more focused here. Yeah, imagine everyone unsubs. That's right. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, but man. Thanks, Fletch. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks to all of you, everybody in the chat. You guys are. Have I always used? Yeah, Tux. So I started out on Tradeovate, but it started bugging out a lot about 3 years ago. So I moved to Quant Tower and haven't changed since. I've never used Ninja Trader though. Unbelievable. Yes, Saint Isidore. So what you see up here is the accounts that I have running. I have Top Step account running. I have my Funded Futures account running at the same time. It does require an extra license purchase. It's called Advanced Features on Quant Tower. But it does allow you to connect to multiple connections at the same time without having to sign out and sign back in. And I have my personal account, and this is Take Profit Trader as well. Yeah, Tux. Quant Tower is nice. It's a nice feature. It's got everything that you need. It's a nice platform. Very easy to use. Pretty easy to set up. I mean, just like any other platform, it's going to take some getting used to probably. But I like it. I like it. I have zero reason to change it. Man, sorry guys. Let me get my let me get my wits about me again. George, I'm pretty sure Tradeify is Tradeivate specific. I think you can only trade on Tradeivate with Tradeify. Yeah, Tux. Thanks for the sub, Colbrand. Appreciate you. W flipped around. Can you have a shout out? How many accounts did you? How many fake accounts? Sly Fox, thanks for the sub. Jose, thanks for the sub. Quant Tower is a lot better than Tradeivate. 100%. You're not a fake W flipped around? Okay. Well, if you notice the first message that you sent in the chat, Mason WYD said he was going to go in and create a bunch of fake accounts. And then because the first letter on his name is M and then you have W flipped around, I was thinking, okay, that makes sense. You have 3 subs to prove? All right. Yeah, St. Isidore. Top Step is moving all accounts to Top Step X. You can still trade Quant Tower, but it will be on the Project X platform. So you can still use Quant Tower if you're trading. It's only new accounts. So it's only if you start a new evaluation will you be trading on Top Step X. If you have an old account like I do, you're allowed to continue to trade that old account. Candlestick Cricket, you like Ninja Trader 8? Yeah, Kevin, that's crazy. It's crazy. 2K subs is insane. Within a year, too. Like, especially with, you know, it doesn't... And the majority of our content is focused around live streams, you know? There's no, like, viral video or anything. So for it to start popping up in your guys' recommended and showing up at the top of searches for live futures trading and stuff like that is just, it's incredible. We have no idea what we're doing, guys. We have no clue what we're doing. I'm just being me, hanging out with you, and not being the pushy guru sales trader that you see everywhere. St. Isidore. So you will need level 2 data in order to get obviously the DOM, you know, the DOM surface over here. Everything is not included. If you want to connect multiple prop firms at the same time and trade them at the same time without having to log out and log back in, you will need to purchase an advanced features license as well. If you have a personal account and your broker supports Quant Tower, you get the full license for free generally. Yeah, let's misbehave for Fletcher. Yeah, Grumpy. So what I would recommend, Grumpy, in that instance is I would probably just use TradingView And for $7, you can have the CME if all you trade is the CME index futures. For $7, we'll get you level 2 data. San Isidora, yes, it has a copy trading bot. I don't copy trade my accounts. I trade them individually. However, it does have one built in. Fletch. Yeah, unreal tonight, guys. 2K subs. I just can't even grasp that. I can't comprehend that. NQ to the downside, Charles. I mean, we're back in kind of support. I kind of gave my read earlier. In order for me to be long, I'm going to want to see price back above 23,020 and holding above. I would think this would probably be the retest of this area right here. And if price holds below, you're probably going to see more downside. I feel like this area needs to get traded. What's up, R-Dub? Nice. You took the week off? You feel better? Feel recharged? You ready? Hey, nice, Saint. GG's in the chat for Saint. 1,500 green on the first day of your TPT 150K. Nice, Saint. Yeah, take it slow. Take it slow. Oh, those TPT accounts are worth it. They're worth it once you get past the trailing and get through the evaluation. Fletch, I don't want to be president. Are you kidding me? I already don't get enough sleep. Imagine being the president. I want nothing to do with politics. No, there will be no political aspirations in my future. No. Insider trading, he says. Yeah. Oh, is that why you guys want me to be in politics? It's Congress and the Senate that make all the money, though. It's not even the president. The president's not allowed to do that, I don't think. Give you signals. Crazy. Can I make XRP skyrocket? Yeah, Nancy's crazy. Like, what did she make last year? 40 million or something like that? Yeah, Darth, I don't know. So the triple Qs got there today, I think is what happened, right? But the spy did not. Yeah, she did it all on her own, right? Yeah, Brad, that's what you're. Are you still in the Bitcoin long? You're out? Okay. I mean, is gold still ripping too? Gold was moving. All right, it looks like it's finally giving a little bit of a pullback. So it's pulling back in those mid-30s like I thought a little bit. Let's see what happens on gold in the low 33.20s if we can get there. Yeah, Brad. I mean, ride the Ponzi as long as you possibly can. You know? At this point. Hard up, like about to say the word tariff. Oh, man. Yeah, Trump kind of got me. Not today, but yesterday. He kind of got me. I was in a long position, and then he opened his mouth, and that thing ripped 40 points against me real quick. I had a stop in, right? But I was up large on a trade, and he opened his mouth, and that thing came right back and tagged that stop real quick. Lost half of my profits. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I should have known better. I knew he was going to the pulpit. I just wasn't paying attention. I was in a trade. You know, I was all in my own head. Yeah, Mudman, he got you too? Yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. It's almost like you have to have his X feed up at all times these days. Otherwise, you're just trading blind. What is NYA? What's an NYA chart, Darth? Out of curiosity. I don't know what that is. New York Stock Exchange, the composite index? Okay. Like the entire index? NYA is a ticker. Okay. I didn't even know that existed. I'm not going to lie. That's the first time I've heard about it. Yeah, that's the first time I've heard about it. Yeah, R-Dub, the why, like, look, if Trump is talking and you're in a trade, you better have a stop in. And even that might get slipped. I mean, it is crazy how it moves when he is talking. Sometimes it seems more volatile than when Powell's at the pulpit, you know? It's wild. Those two men have so much power. Hey, what's up? What's good, Mark? How are ya? With the McClellan oscillator? Okay. Jawbone power. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, you expect some volatility, but yeah, the insta 80-point smacks and retraces are a little much on NQ. I mean, because they happen in seconds too. I mean, it's not even like 10 seconds where you'll have an 80-point spike to the downside and it's completely retraced within the next 10 seconds. Yeah, that's wild. Like, we're getting to prices. I'm not gonna lie, we're getting to prices on NQ where they might have to consider adjusting the value of the symbol itself, of like the value of a mini contract on NQ. Like, they are definitely, we are coming there because the market likes to move in percentages. You know, a 1% move that happened 3 years ago is now like a 0.2% move. So the moves are just going to start being a lot bigger. They're going to have to do something. Otherwise, people are going to be making all kinds of money in the futures market. And losing all kinds of money in the futures market. Because the futures were designed as a hedging instrument for the big banks, the big institutions. That's why they exist. You know, it's a way to hedge against their long-term investment portfolios. Unbelievable, guys. 2K subs. I still can't get over that. Start to, yeah, Kaz, exactly. I mean, you just have to kind of hope you're on the right side of it. It's wild. It's crazy. What's our sub count now? 2004 subs currently. Guys, thank you so much. I mean, I never thought we'd be here. I never thought I'd be at 2K subs when I started this thing. Or at least not this quickly, right? I thought maybe 3 years down the line we'd hit something like this. But not within a year's time, and definitely not with the acceleration that we've seen recently on the channel. I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away. $8 billion to go. Yeah, Mark. Like, it's been an unreal ride. I mean, we needed a little over 50 coming into the night tonight to get there. And we got it within the first hour and a half that I was live. Unbelievable. I mean, you guys deserve all the credit. You guys are every bit the part of this that I am. I can't. What's up, Red Candles? How are you? I couldn't have done it without you. Like, unbelievable. I'm speechless. I can't find the words. I can't find the words to express how much I appreciate you. Darth, I'm just looking at Discord for the first time now, so I'm seeing you. Okay, NYHR and Trendline you're watching. Okay. Oh, you got this, Red Candles. You got this. It's I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like, guys, I don't know what the ceiling is for my channel, right? Like, it could be this could be what we have, but even if this is it, like I said, it's a huge success. I mean, I hope it's not it. I hope we can continue to grow. I hope it continues to accelerate, but I never expected to be here within a year. I thought 2-3 years maybe down the line. You know, I look at other trading channels and they don't nearly have the viewership that this channel does, and I don't know why. There are ceilings for YouTube channels. Yeah, you know, there are definitely ceilings. I mean, I'm a futures trading channel. We're a very specific niche, of which is highly saturated as well. You know, a lot of these channels never even get to 2K subs, and if they do get to that many subs, they definitely don't get the viewership or the engagement in the chat that mine does. You know. That's why I say, like, I appreciate each and every one of you. All of you +1 subscribers are just... Yeah, Ray, I'm talking about everybody. You guys are taking me on this wild ride that I never anticipated going on. I'm just an average guy, an average trader in my eyes. Teddy, is that right? I mean, look, we're a community, right? You guys are every bit a part of this as I am. I don't ever want... When you tune into some other streamers, right, they just ignore their chat. Yeah, sure, everybody's appreciated. Hey, Kevin. Thank you. Have a good night. Everybody's appreciated. So I never want to make any of you feel like you're not heard or not seen, or because you are. You're very important to this channel. You tune into other streams and they kind of talk down to their chat, and I think these other people just forget that the reason why they are where they are is because of that chat. You know, everything that is afforded to them is because of you, like the viewers, their subs, you know, that's why they are where they are. And I don't ever want to be that person. Yeah. Yeah, Nexus. I mean, I get it. What we set out to do on this channel was just provide something different, you know, a safe space. A safe space where traders could hang out, have a good community, camaraderie, learn a little something along the way, grow accounts together, and not feel like you have to spend $2,000 to $4,000 to accomplish that. It's just wrong, I think, in my eyes. I mean, I understand why some guys do it, right? They have advanced knowledge in the markets, but a lot of them don't, and they're still doing it. So it's just it's overwhelming. It's completely overwhelming with what's going on. So bear with me. I get my feelers about it, and you know, from time to time, because I'm still in shock. And like I said, I can't thank you all enough. All these 4-hour inside bars, guys. Thank you. Oh, Darth, cheers. I mean every word. I'm never gonna be one of these fake people. I'll give it to you how it is. I'm not gonna be blasting huge account numbers in your face. I'm gonna tell you I'm an average trader. I trade one account at a time, and my average trading day is around $1,000 to $2,000 a day. You know, that's about the extent of it. I specifically put "not a guru" in the intro so that everybody knew before I ever go live, every single stream, that they know I'm not a guru. I am not going to be selling you a course or a mentorship. Everything that you're going to learn here is going to be for free. Like I said, do I have affiliate codes? Yes, I have affiliate codes, but they're buried in the description, and you will only use them if you want to use them. I'm not going to sit there and pump them and label them all over my live streams. That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. Unbelievable. And we still got a little ways to go here, guys. Now I'm wide awake. Wide awake. My eyes feel heavy, but I'm wide awake mentally. Yeah, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Let's see if we can get price back above 23,020 on NQ and it can hold above. That would be my next look. I really thought price was going to come down here into 980 at least. We just never quite got there. ES is coming back up to the kelp mid. So this could be a possible rejection area. We're at the top of resistance on NQ right now. Yeah, Potter, I can't. I mean, thank you guys for tuning in each and every night. Thank you for making my nights enjoyable. I know my trading is boring from time to time, but hopefully you're learning something here. Hopefully, if there's anything that I impart on you in the trading space, it's about being patient, right? Risk management and being patient are the two most important things you can do in your trading. And I know some people are going to come into the chat at certain points and say, why aren't you trading? Are you ever going to take a trade? And like kind of troll me about it. I'm past that part in my trading. So what you're going to see here is what I consider good trading. All right, good trading looks boring. What about the 1 hour bearish fair value gap in NQ? No, I'm not an ICT concepts guy, originate within. I'm not an ICT. There are some ICT guys in the chat though, but I'm not. All I consider those areas are areas of low volume. I just call them gaps. Darth, they use too many big. Yeah, I'm not an ICT guy, right? Like the concepts that he teaches, if you find value in them and you're making money, by all means use them. You know, if that's what your brain associates with, you know, market structure and market patterns, it's fine. Go ahead and say them. There will be people in here that understand what you're talking about. But I'm not an ICT guy, right? Oh, Max, cheers. Cheers. Yeah, those things have been around for Fletcher, are you still around? Yeah, imbalances. Yeah, you're right. With no change of character. The trading plans have been around for what in good gains, like 3 years? 3 years now. So there's a 3-year running tally on those trading plans, I think. The accuracy, I'm not always right, but pre-market I have a pretty good read that if price does certain things, where it's going to go. And when you see those target 1, target 2, target 3s, target 1, if the criteria lines up and price does what from that key level, what I think it's going to do, that target 1, I'm about 90% certain that target 1's going to get hit. And then those percentages go down with those extended targets. But you can kind of see how I build my morning session trade through those trading plans. But I definitely have an idea about what I want to do and where I want to execute going into each morning, for sure. In fact, if you guys don't do some sort of pre-market analysis, that's another thing that I highly recommend you do. Yeah, Darth, I'm kind of the same way a little bit. There's like the execution part of it, I'm still a little like shaky on as far as trading with size is concerned, which is why you see me trade 1 mini a lot, because I'll just set my target and go. Jenna, is this a good long? No, not for me yet, at least. Other people might say different, but you got the ES sitting right at Kelp mid. You got ES rejecting the top of resistance right now for me, so it's not a good long for me until we get a clean break above 23,020 and a hold above 23,020. In my eyes. Yeah, Darth, I kind of agree. It's a risk management approach, right? Like, hey, let's lock in some profits here and allow for some runners, just in case. If you think that it could possibly move, so that you're not stomaching a whole pullback and the chance of it coming all the way back on you. So I get that. But I've always had a hard time adding into winners, like bringing your average entry closer to current price. And I've always had a hard time taking off partials. All right, like when I do it, it's generally based on structure, is the way that I do it. Yeah, but is it more like a DCA, Darth? Are you more DCAing into the position than you're adding into a winner? Yeah, Red. You're never gonna catch the whole move. Like, you kind of have to accept that. Green is the way that I try to equate that in my head. You know, it's not red. Yeah, so I'm kind of the same way as you. Like, if the market's setting up and I'm taking a little heat on that first position, I'll add in. Kind of the same as you. I DCA. You're a take profiter. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking profits. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. What's up, Goose? How are you, brother? Did you catch anything tonight? Did someone say Glizzy? Everybody say hello to Banana Bread in the chat. You just finished golfing? Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, we're sitting on Kelp mid, brother. We're sitting on Kelp mid. I don't know what the YM's doing, but ES and NQ are kind of just chilling. Yeah, everything's at Kelp mid right now. Harrison, no, I need to see. There has to be an indication for me to get out of my trade. There's got to be either my stop gets taken, like if I have a trailing stop, either that gets taken based on structure break, or I try to let my things run to full target as much as I can. You know, but I am very quick to go to break even. Because my thought process there is, once you see a trade go green, there's zero reason to let it go red. And if I take a stop out and I still like the setup, I'll re-enter at that point rather than let the trade go red. So I take a lot of break evens along the way. And then every now and then I'll get that one that runs. You're looking at ES and thinking an ABCD wedge pattern. Let's see here. Yikes. What time frame are you talking, Darth? The 30-minute. Okay, so a little bit higher time frame. Okay. Yeah, I guess it would be the same thing. It would probably look much like NQ. Let's look at an hour here on NQ. Yeah, I don't know. I just see it's looking like it's rolling a little bit. Oh, red candles. My strategy is simple. Support and resistance trader. The boxes kind of define my areas of execution. What's up, H? My longs, ideally, I want to be executing from the top sides of these levels that you see. Stops at or below the lower extreme. Shorts, vice versa. And targeting the next level, ideally, to the top or bottom side, is kind of how I trade. Level to level. No, I won't short at 23,020. The only entry I would take from 23,020 would be the break above to test this like mid 30s area, come back down and be holding above for the long. The only short that I would be looking at would be a hold below 23K at this point. Sean, they're manually drawn. They're manually drawn on my charts. There's no indicator that's going to give them to you. But I have them for days and days and days. But this is how I've traded for a few years, guys. Anybody that's known me for, well, since I was posting trading plans and good gains knows this is how I... no, red candles. They're not based on fibs. They're just based on higher time frame, wicks, lots of test. I look at the charts on the higher time frames, and then I do a top-down approach to kind of fine-tune the levels. And they're 20 points on NQ because that's what I want to risk on NQ. Yeah, so it takes a lot. Yeah, like a lot of chart time. Hey, thanks for the sub, Ty. I appreciate you. But you just kind of want to see where price is tested. That's why all-time high trading is a little more difficult for me, because I don't there's no prior price action at those levels for me to like gauge anything off of. So when we're trading all-time highs, the way that I find levels above all-time highs is kind of finding where different indicators have confluence, you know, pivots, fib extensions. I kind of see roughly where they would all line up, just in kind of guess. Yeah, Darth. So in my good friend Albu every morning posts his trading plan. He's a big options guy to trade futures. He uses options data to trade futures, and he's always got the GEX levels on there to see where interest is on there. And I do look at that every morning, but it doesn't really have any effect on how I do my stuff, right? Like I look at it, but I've never really looked at the options data. For those of you that are new here, my name is Wes, full-time futures trader. We do have a free trading community called Level Up, and it's Discord channel called Level Up. Link in the description down below the video. Feel free to join. Most of the people that you see there in the chat do trade in there all day. It's a good community. Yes, Jeff, tell them. Also hit that like, and if you want to support the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. We just went over the 2K sub mark this evening. What an accomplishment, man. Every time I think about that, I just... it's mind-boggling. Every time I think about that, it's ridiculous. I can't get over it. Yeah, Goose, we did it. We did it, brother. I don't know if I'm just that guy. I am a guy. I'm one of you guys. There is nothing special that I do. Let's see. If someone looked at why I draw levels where I do, someone was asking how I go over that process. It's pretty simple. Swing highs, swing lows. You can use previous day high, previous day lows to kind of find that stuff, you know. It's just major swing highs and major swing lows. There's nothing really special about it, you know. Like I knew the 600 level, if it was defended, we were going to see like a big move up, because well, you have one test, two tests, three tests. You know, you want to see those multiple tests from the top and bottom. We've been in kind of an up only market, so it's been a little harder to gauge where. Actually, this level's probably a little bit higher. Probably looks something more like this at this point. So probably we'll go 250, 270 on this. Something like that. Oh, nice, Saint. Yeah, there's lots of good traders in there. Definitely be an active community, or yeah, be an active part of the community. There's all different kinds of traders. Everybody's really cool in there. I mean, we're building something special, guys. Let's just put it that way. I can't believe that there's this many people that are like-minded and are serious about their trading. Not that everybody's profitable or successful, but they're all very serious about their trading. Yeah, Sean. It's really simplistic. Extremely simple what I do. And then, you know, the setups off of them are wick and reclaims. You know, something like what you see here, where price dips down and reclaims above the level, long targeting the next level. It's really, really simple. I think I think we as traders want to overcomplicate things with data and numbers and all that stuff. You know, this is a typical wick and reclaim. This is a typical wick and reclaim. What's up, Roman? But I needed to find a way that was easy for me to understand and implement a strategy around it. And this is just kind of what I fell into. And I've been doing this for 3 years. This is what has made me profitable. If you guys ever wonder what I'm talking about, a break and retest, this would be a stereotypical break and retest, right? Oh, nice, Roman. GG's in the chat for Roman. 1.5K. That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, just cappuccino. Yeah, we kind of knew though. I mean, it's not really taking a fall. It's just kind of pulling back a little bit. Oh, yeah, red candles. Yeah, I know you're used to probably seeing all the other influencer traders, you know, trade their different strategies. There are a lot of them are price action traders or ICT guys. I'm not that. I'm not that. A lot of people define me as like an intraday swing trader. I don't consider myself that. I consider 50 points to 100 points a scalp. You know, it's all intraday. But the market likes to move level to level. No matter what ticker you're on. You know, I do the same thing on ES, the same thing on YM. And the market always reacts at the levels. A swing is anything over 5 minutes, Dart says. I mean, some people feel that way, right? Oh, nice red candles. All right. Yeah, unreal. Well, let's see. Man, guys, we're at 2010 subs now. We are just gaining steam on this stream. Holy cow. $184 people tuned in right now. Is anybody in a trade right now? Let me know. Chat, let me know. Any lurkers in the background? If you want to say hello, say hello. You're long ES right now? Okay. Jenna, you long but got stopped. Yeah, you kind of want to wait till price is confirmed trading outside of those areas. I will eventually, I promise you gold traders, I will eventually plot out what I'm seeing on gold as well, so you kind of would know how I would trade gold. Not that I'm going to do it. Koba, gold up, okay. About to go long on gold, Z? Okay. Darth, you'd love a lower buy. Yeah. Like I said, ES. So if you're trading ES is hanging around the 200 period moving average on the 1 minute. GP, GP, you just keep refreshing the channel, lurking. Yeah, it's. NQ needs to get above 23,020 for me to even begin to be interested in a long. The short would be need to be holding below 23K. Steve, how would I trade copper, though? I've never looked at a copper chart. I've never looked at copper. Josh, you're short ES here. Okay, so you're short 298. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning downside, guys. Just to give you a heads up. Oh, GP, this is a refreshing channel to listen to. Okay, I thought you were like on my channel just hitting refresh. Yeah, everybody was telling me last night that copper was flying around. Are the commodities like cause gold's been moving pretty well. Gold moves pretty well overnight. I need to start watching it a little bit more. And like it seems to trend as well. I mean, it's rangy, right? But that's a pretty wide range. There's a lot of money to be made or lost in there. 20K per contract move in 5 minutes on Trump's tariff announcement. You're kidding me, right, Steve? Steve, is that accurate? Okay, that's just not, I mean, that's just not tradable for us. Hernando, I haven't taken another trade. I'm still up $815. Okay, so that's crazy. That's crazy. Hernando, bottom left side of the stream is where my profits are. I'm out of the trade. Yeah, I'm completely out of the trade. P&L said 20. Oh, no, it says 820. There's just no dollar sign. Here. Here, I'll fix it for you real quick. I'll give you a little bigger action. Is that better? Do you see it now? Yeah, I didn't give it back. You should know, if you tune into my streams, you would know me better than that. I would never let that profit go red. Oh, or all the way back to break even. Let's put it that way. Copa gold sucks. Yeah, I've heard people just lose on gold. That's funny. You got red folder news in an hour, Mudman? Really? What kind of news we got? Let's see. Oh, Trump EU trade deal? Tentative? You got jobless claims in the morning. So Trump EU trade deal tentative is what we're looking at midnight Eastern. So about an hour. Oh no, Fletcher. Fletcher, are you in a stretch right now? About the 1 hour candle on NQ, Jenna? Let's see here. I mean, it's engulfing, right? But you have all these levels up here that could serve as possible rejection. So I'm just thinking this is a pullback for another attempt for the sellers to push this thing back down. If you're asking me, Jenna, I could be wrong, right? We could pump, but it's gotta work its way through a lot of stuff in order to get there. But that is definitely bullish engulfing. Oh yeah, Roman, NQ's just kind of chilling. I think I caught the good move of the night. Unfortunately, I wish it wouldn't. I wish it would roll over. I wish we'd have a little action. But I honestly think now that I'm looking at that, traders are probably waiting for another hour before the EU Trump deal happens. Hey, thanks for the sub, Tina. Appreciate you. So there's nothing to do here yet for me. Like I said, what I'd be looking for is a pump above this level, a pullback into it, and a hold above for a long. Or the downside below 23K, the pullback attempt to reclaim it, and the short. Those are the two things I would be looking at on NQ right now. I want nothing to do with price in between here. In your humble opinion, Bulls and Bears will most likely get paid, Dar says, as long as you don't go ham. Drawing the box and zoom out so you can learn what to see to make you draw it. Oh, cheers, Red Candles. Yeah. Yeah, the more you do it, the better you'll visualize those things. For sure. Yeah, classic GFZ is right. We are in the get effed zone. Hey, later, Fletch. Get some rest, brother. You got this. Would I call this a bull flag, what's forming on NQ right now? No, this would be more a bear flag than anything. To me. It all depends on how you're looking at it, right? If you're zoomed out, looking at it like this, not really. Higher time frame might look like that, though. Like, let's look at the 1 hour. Not really. I wouldn't call anything there a bull flag. Oh, red candles, you're good. That's what we want. That's how people learn. Questions don't bother anybody. So the high volume areas are where you're going to see chop, pretty much. The low volume areas is where price is going to travel a little bit quicker through. If you're holding above the high volume pockets, generally there's a volume well on this profile where price is going to move through relatively quickly, right? Because there's not a whole lot of volume being conducted, which is kind of why you saw this down into this area. Yeah, the more you ask, the better. Like I said, I'm not going to know the answers to every question here. And if I don't know, I'll be honest with you and tell you I don't know. But the things that I do know, I will help you where I can. Or at least explain it. Trading for dummies approach, you know. I know that a lot of people out there overcomplicate things with big words because traders like to sound smarter than they really are, kind of deal. So it was confusing when I started learning how to trade, and I don't want to do that to newer traders or people who are learning right now. Red candles, it's called volume profile. It tells you where the point of control is. It tells you where value area high and value area low are on the current session. Shows where a lot of volume was put in during the session as well. Very valuable tool. Yeah, volume just dried up, guys. It just completely dried up. I'm generally a 1 mini trader, but I will trade up to 3 minis. Today I took 2 trades during RTH. They were both 2 minis. It all depends on how confident I am in the trade itself, really. Sometimes if I'm up a lot on a day and a trade sets up for me, I will throw some size on to see if I can turn that big day into a massive day. But I'm more comfortable with 1 mini on. Oh, Roman, you're good. Apparently, it's not Trump. Trump's got some EU deal tentatively scheduled for midnight tonight. Per Financial Juice. Or I guess technically midnight would be tomorrow, wouldn't it? Midnight Eastern Standard, by the way. Well, guys, the market's kind of died. I think I'm going to call it there for tonight. It's 8 a.m. in Europe. He says, yeah. Oh, of course, Roman. Okay, so before I sign off for the evening, I'll give you guys what I would be looking for. And I've said it before. Yeah, the media lies. It looks ugly. It's pretty... The market is taking a nap here at this 23K. Just kind of going to chop it. The two things I would look for would be a break back above. Buyers to reclaim above 23,020. Maybe come up here to the mid-30s. Sellers try to step in and get stuffed. And price holds above 23,020 for the long back up into these overnight highs. Or I would be looking for sellers to step up, push this thing down below 23K. It to retest 23K. And have an attempt out of the buyers to reclaim and reject. Those would be the two trade setups that I would personally look for right now. Whether you get either one of those in the next 15 minutes, I'm not sure. But I'm like, these blue lines that you see are the 30-minute Asia opening range. We're trading inside them. We're holding above the low here. You got central pivot hanging out below here. So you got a lot of stuff for sellers to battle through in a bull market. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about the short side. But those would be the two reads that I would have. Either up, down, or flat, Austin says. But thank you so much for tuning in, guys. What a special night it was. We hit 2K subscribers. I can't thank you all enough for the love and support. I will continue to do these Globex sessions for you. Like I said, I'm blown away with the love and support from you guys in the chat. You guys are the reason why all this is happening, and I can't thank you enough. Enjoy the rest of your evening if you're continuing to trade. Trade safe, stay patient, and I will see you all tomorrow evening. All right? Peace.